Hello everybody and everyone. This is Brickfilmer's Effects Guide here with the very first tutorial on this channel all about how to make lightsaber effects. Today we'll be working in HitFilm Express, so if you don't have it, then head over to effectshome.com/express and grab yourself a free copy of it, and then meet me in the software. So here we are in HitFilm, and I have both of my clips all loaded up, and so yeah, let's get started. So first we're going to look at how to make the ignition of a lightsaber. So first what we're going to do is we're going to go to the point of our time where you want the lightsaber start coming out of the hilt. And so that's going to be right here for me. And we're just going to work with Qui-Gon this time. So what you're going to do is go up to here, make a new white plane layer, and then drag that in on top of it and trim it to start where you want it to. Hide it for a second so that you can see where you're working with, and then take your mask tool and draw 4 points in a rectangular shape like this. Then if you untick the box, then you can see you have a small white plane like this. So if you go backwards, there is nothing, and then if you go here, it's like that, but it's just like this, and we want there to be it to move. So how we're going to do that is we're going to open it up, and then we're going to click this path keyframe. We're then going to go forward 1 frame, and we're going to move all of the points to the next spot, and we're going to make it be a little bit bigger this time. And it doesn't have to completely cover your hole, because the glow that we're going to add to it later is going to do quite a bit of that, and you're not going to really see. And if you accidentally make another keyframe like I just did, you just delete it by Command Z, or just deleting it, because it will it'll not be good and it'll stay there for the rest of your thing. So yeah, you don't want to add new keyframes while you're in the middle of it. So then what it looks like is it goes from here to here, and then if we move it again, then we just keep doing this until it's at its full length. So yeah. So I'm just going to have it go off screen right now, and I'm going to pretend that as it's here, it gets to its full length. So that's good right there. And then I'm going to fast forward through this next part. Okay, so here I am. I finished doing all of that work here. And so this is what it looks like. It just has a white, it's just a white plane, which is going to be the center of our lightsaber, but we're going to work on making that glow. So that's what it looks like right now, but you can see it's too hard of lines and edges. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into our shape, and we're going to set the expansion to 2. And then we're going to set the feather to something around 8 to 10-ish. And then we're going to set the roundness to, I don't know, something pretty big, like mine is at 23. And then you're just going to up your expansion a little bit more until it feels about right. So then when you go out, it looks a little bit better, but it still doesn't have that glow. So let's make that glow. So go to your effects tab and search for light sword glow only, and apply that to the flame layer. So initially it's going to be blue, and you can keep it blue if you like that, or if you want to change the color. Qui-Gon's is green, so you can click the colors and you can change the color. That's a little bit too bright of a yellow, so I'm going to take it down just a little bit. Then on the outer glow, I'm going to set that to green as well, maybe a little bit of a brighter green. So the initial settings should be fine, but you can kind of tweak what it looks like a little bit. You can change the alpha, like how much it shows and how intense it is. I like mine with fairly high numbers of each. So this is what it looks like, and I think it looks pretty good. So that's how to do an ignition in the basics. But then there is a little bit more of physics and theory that you have to apply to it. So let's take a look at that in here. So in here we have Obi-Wan. His saber is moving around quite a bit in this scene. And if you remember back to the original Star Wars movies, they actually fanned out a lot. And the reason for that is because rotoscope artists back in the day, they had to manually paint over the film. But since there was such a lot of motion blur from the prop swinging, they had to do a lot of it to cover all the motion blur. So that's where you get the iconic swing blur from. So how you do that in like manually is pretty much the same. You just do your 4 points again, fan it out, and I'll show you what I mean. So I have it like this, and if we set a path, then you can see it moves a lot right there. So you always want the bottom to be at the bottom of it. Delete any unnecessary keyframes. And you always want the leading edge to be with it, but then you can take the last one and kind of just fan it out a little bit. And then here, since it's the left side of the lightsaber that's leading, you want to put that on the leading edge and kind of make this one fan out a little bit. And then since there's not much movement, you can just have it snap back to its original place, like so. And then keep it with the leading edge. You don't want it to be on the non-leading edge because that'll look really weird and dumb. Keep this one to the bottom, and then just move this one a little bit. And then there's a big swing right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this side with the leading edge over here, and then we're going to make a big fan. And then since this is the leading edge here, we want to keep that one with the leading edge and kind of make another big fan there. And then I'll just have it snap back to its original spot right there. So now what that looks like is this. So that looks pretty good. If we do the same things that we did to the last one, then I'll fast forward this part. So it looks like this. And then since I didn't keep keyframing it, it doesn't go right there. But then once you finally do it for your whole clip, then you'll have some pretty sweet lightsaber effects that look quite a bit like this. So that is how you make a lightsaber effect in a nutshell. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback, please leave them in the comments section below. And be sure to like this video and subscribe and hit the bell icon to keep yourself updated with all the new tutorials. And I'll be coming out with one once a week. So yeah, stay tuned. Bye.